What's going on YouTube? kevOzilla here, back with another video. Now, hopefully I don't got to make this video too long, but if it is, hey, it is what it is. I got to explain enough as I possibly can to you guys. All right, new and old, welcome to my channel. And I know tons of you guys don't really, watch or don't like to click on older videos and rewatch older videos. You guys are just, keeping up to whatever's new. Once I upload, that's cool. I ain't mad at you. I ain't complaining. It is what it is. If I got to redo a video and you guys, a lot of you guys request it, then I'll just repeat myself and I'll make an updated video on it. All right. Just like in this video you're watching here. This video, I'm going to be showing you guys and breaking down how I go about getting values and, for my videos, and how I go about using the weapon loadout, how you should be going about using it as well. Now, you already know. If you've been a fan of my channel for a while, you already know I mess with pro game packs all day, every day. Straight to the point. Warzone Essentials Pro Game Pack. Boom. All right, on the Zen. Okay? Boom. Now let's open up the Warzone game pack for the strike pack. All right? So it's going to be right here, my first slot, number 1. Boom. Let's open her up. Now, pretty much, if you got both devices or either or, all right, you're going to want to match all your in-game settings. See this right here, matching game, right? Unless you're rocking my same exact settings, okay? These are my settings, guys. I play 6.6, okay? See, 6.6, all right? 5, stick, minimum input dead zone, right here, 5, see? Standard, curve type. Right here, this is the max, is a 1, okay? So right here is the min, 5, max is a 1, okay? So if yours looks like this and you're trying to copy my values, guys, bring this up to a 1, okay? Bring that up to a 1. Boom, boom. Okay, going down. These are all my settings, okay? See, aim assist, see? If you would notice, everything is the same within both of these game packs. These are my settings, how I play, all right? 15 intensity. I'm leaving at 15 because I want you guys to personally start at 15, okay? If you're not used to rocking aim assist mod or anything of the sort, try it out at 15. Make sure aim assist is enabled. Start at 15. Do not start at anything lower or anything higher, okay? Unless you're experienced. If you're experienced, you could go higher. If you're not experienced, start at 15, okay? Start at 15. Now, moving on down. These are the weapon profiles, green and red, primary, secondary, all right? But we're not looking at that. All right, we want to come down here, custom loadout 1, all right? If you want, you could, rewind, fast forward, pause, whatever you got to do to copy all my settings, okay? If you want to follow along to the T. Now, right here, boom, loadout 1, primary weapon. Custom loadout 1, primary weapon. Just because it says here, custom loadout 1, and the word custom is not here, it's the same thing. But on the Zen, let me show you something. The Zen, you have 10, okay? You have 10. On the strike pack, you only have 5, okay? That's the difference. Let's go back up to the 1. Let's go back up to the first one. Boom, all right? Please, guys, please follow along, all right? Everything I'm saying to the T, all right? Custom loadout 1, primary weapon. I'm going to be going over two of the most easiest, real quick weapons that I could just possibly find values for real quick. They're going to be 2 model for weapons. So right here, loadout 1, this is what you're going to want to do. First and foremost, don't just jump into the game. Don't just plug in your Zen and all that. You got to deal with this first. So come on here into the game pack settings. Match all your in-game settings. All right, take a picture of your in-game settings, screenshot, whatever you got to do. Copy and paste. All right, then come here to loadout 1. All right, loadout 1. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the M4A1. So where are you? Right here. AR, M4A1, all right? Boom. Leaving this at 100. Don't touch this yet. We're going to mess with this while we're actually playing the game, while we're in the game. My secondary, I'm going to run an overkill class setup to show you guys how to go about setting up, to, a primary secondary. So my secondary is going to be, let's see, an MP7, all right? But don't grab the regular MP7, all right? You want extended mags because I'm going to be throwing on an extended mag. So make sure, boom, MP7 extended mags, 100 value, all right? All right, now I went ahead and did the same thing for the strike pack. So custom loadout 1, primary weapon, M4A1, 100 value. MP7, custom loadout 1, secondary weapon, MP7, extended mags. All right, make sure it's extended mags. Every time you're trying to find values for a weapon and it has an extended mag option and you rock an extended mag, please do so. All right, set it right there. Normally, right now, we just got a few for the Modern Warfare and for Cold War. So until we get future updates and stuff like that, which granted, these game packs do need, a few things change and some updates and upgrades, but it's out of our reach. We got to wait until Collective Minds updates these game packs. But set it up just like this. I'm setting it up like this, right? Whether you're on strike pack or the Zen, you can still follow along, right? So again, loadout 1 is all we mess with for right now. Custom loadout 1, primary weapon. Leave them both at 100 value and 4A1. Same thing for the MP7, right? See, boom. Now you will close, right? Click the play button on the left side. I know you can't see it, but I'm saving it. Same thing on here. Save configuration, right? Boom. Save slots to device, right? Boom. Before going into a game. Now, On the Zen, there's an option where you can block game rumble, as you saw. If you want to, like, you know, slow it down, rewind, you could do so. All right, this is not about like best settings or settings video. This is more focused on the values, how to go about getting values and using weapon loadout, right? But there's always an option, a mod within all these game packs in the Zen, allowing you to block in-game rumble. But on the strike pack, I want to focus on strike pack, is a bit different, all right? So on the strike pack, let me show you guys, and I explained this multiple times before. Click this controller right here, all right? Boom, you want to click it. It's going to open up the configurations, right? Where you could, you know, permanently remap any button you wish, because we already know the strike pack takes over your controller. But in the bottom left, you can see right here it says disable rumble. Make sure this is checked, all right? Over here on the right side, make sure this is checked as well. Mirror advanced settings. Make sure these are both checked, and then click save settings to strike pack. Like that. Once you do this, you will no longer feel vibration in game or any game, as long as you use the strike pack. You're still going to feel it vibrate when like enabling mods and adjusting recoil, stuff like that. That you can't get rid of, because it has to let you know that it's understanding your inputs. That's the reason why you got to have control vibration enabled in game, which I'm going to get to right now. All right, guys, now let me go over some important settings and stuff like that before we actually jump into a game, and let me show you guys the loadout with the attachments. Now, you're going to want to press options. Make sure you're in controller right here. Okay, now, guys, now listen. These are all my settings, all right? So unless you're playing with my same exact settings, guys, now please pay attention. Look at, take your eyeballs and glue them to the screen right now. Look at all these settings. These are my settings. The way I go about finding my values and getting them to work for me, these are my same exact settings. And of course, we all know a very important setting to have is control vibration enabled right here. So if it's like this, no, make sure it's enabled, right? In order for these mods to work, you know, almost to the T, you got to have it enabled, right? You're going to bump into some major issues if you have it disabled, right? And then you guys are going to be wondering, oh, I can't find this. I'm still getting recoil. It's because of the vibration. These mods work around the vibration of the controller. So please make sure you have controller vibration enabled in game, right? That's very important, right? Number one setting to have. The rest is your own settings, to each their own, that you got to match with the game pack. I already showed you in the beginning of the video, right? But these are all my settings. See, 0.5, 0.5, 1, 1, 6, 6, 1. My curve type is standard. All right, aim is standard. Everything else, I play standard default pretty much. All right, so if you want to copy and paste my settings to the T, there you go. They're also in the description of all my videos, guys, in case, you know, you're watching another video and you want to know my in-game settings, okay? But please, please, for the love of God, if you're rocking your own settings or your own attachments and then you're copying my values and they don't work out for you, guys, understand it's because of your settings or your attachments. In order for my values and for you to get the same exact results that I show in my videos, you got to have everything the same as I do, all right? If you have anything different, you can still follow along, but you got to adjust and get your own values, all right? Most likely, sometimes you can use the same exact weapon profile, but it's not going to be the same value. You might have to adjust depending on your settings and stuff like that, all right? It's different, guys. Everyone is different. All right. Now, I know the majority of you guys play with my settings and my values work for you guys. I'm not talking about you guys. I'm talking about, you know, for those of you who play with other means, other settings, other attachments, yada, yada. All right. You got to understand, especially if you're on PC. If you're on PC, definitely my values ain't going to work out for you. And if they do, you're part of that like small percent, you know, GG. Shout out to you. Lucky. But you guys got to understand, a lot of stuff taken into account when messing with these mods and finding your values, a lot. All right, guys, so while we counting in, let's make sure we get to the game pack. So you can see right there below my big ass head right there, it sees Zen right there. So boom, press it one time. COD Warzone, that is the Essentials Pro game pack. You can already see it says M4A1. But let me show you guys the way you go about selecting your loadout, all right? Simple. You press and hold touchpad and then press and hold L2. So let me get into camera frame. Press and hold touchpad, press and hold L2. Controller's gonna vibrate. You're gonna see active loadout. It's gonna show you your active primary and secondary. Press down to navigate. If you press down, you will see loadout 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way to 10. See, and then go down. Active loadout 1, 2, 3, 5. So 1 is the only one we're messing with. Press X on 1, it'll load my M4A1. Now if I press triangle to weapon swap, you can see it swaps to my secondary F.P.S. Now I press triangle. That's automatic weapon swap. Now me, I recommend, well, not recommend, I prefer having manual, playing with manual over automatic. That's just me, personal preference, especially for multiplayer. Multiplayer, nah, I stay away from automatic because I find that to mess me up. But that's just me. Now let's land right here in my favorite spot and let's try to get you guys, let's adjust for the M4A1 and bring you guys a beamer for the M4A1 and as well as the MP7. Now, of course, if you're playing like, you know, Rebirth and you haven't got your loadout yet or Caldera or whatever, you just got your loadie, That's how you would go about. So let's say let's just say the box drops right here. Boom, hold square. Then before picking, you would go like this. You press the whole touchpad, press L2, go down, and then select it. Boom, and you're good to go. You got your loadout selected. All right. Now, if someone kills me, I'll just respawn somewhere else. Yeah, they follow me. But anyway, from a 20, I like to test all my ARs from a 20 and all my SMGs from a 15, a little closer. All right. So you want an ADS and just empty out a whole mag without moving your analog sticks. Get your thumb off the analog sticks. Just ADS and empty out the whole magazine. Just see where the recoil goes. All right. All right. Now, as you can see, the recoil goes up and a little bit off to the right. With these pro game packs, you know, specifically these two, the Essentials and the pro game pack for the strike pack, you can't really do much about the horizontal recoil, only the vertical. But normally, I would say 9 times out of 10, that's all you need. Once you adjust and get a value, one simple value, it'll work out. It'll fix itself, right? So let's see. Right now, this is at 100 value, right? With these meta attachments. And you saw it went up and off to the right a little bit. So let's just adjust. Let's say I bring it. Oh, somebody's there also. Oh, people all around this place. But let's go to 20. All right. Press and hold touchpad. Press and hold options. This is how you go about adjusting, right? Press R1. Keep pressing R1. These are all the same settings that I showed you in the beginning of the video in the game pack. Go to Loadout 1 primary weapon, F4A1. Press X on it. All right. And then you go 100 value. Bring it to the right. Increasing the number is going to bring the gun down. All right. And then decreasing is going to bring the weapon up, your recoil up. So since it shot up, you want to go to the right. Let's go to like... let's go to 125. Let's see a 125. That might be too much, but let's see. Then press circle again. Press X on save, but don't start testing yet. Do not start testing, all right? You got to load what you just did. Let's load it by pressing and holding touchpad. Press hold L2, go down, and reload that loadout. Now you can test because now you change the value. So let's see. Let's just ADS and shoot. See where the recoil goes. Empty out the whole mag. Get your thumbs off of the analog sticks, guys. All right? There you go. Done. See? Done. That's it. Boom. And you could jot that down or whatever. Just remember 125 and 481. Remember the attachments. You're good to go. Now, let's do the same thing for the MP7. Press triangle with MP7. Every time somebody kill me, I'm going to just go somewhere else. Not really trying to be bothered. All right. So, all right. Let's press triangle. Oh, good thing. Let's say this happens. Let's say you die or whatever you respawn and the Zen is on F481, but I got the MP7 in my hand, right? To quickly reset it or to swap back to your secondary, press and hold touchpad, press circle. Boom, there you go. Now your secondary value is loaded. All right, now let's just go to 15 and let's empty out a whole mag, right? 15, empty out a whole mag, see where it goes. And actually, it didn't go anywhere. No need to adjust. So I want to show you guys that too. Sometimes, especially for the OG Modern Warfare weapons, some of them, well, I should say a lot of them, you don't even need to adjust. You can leave it at 100 value, and it's a perfect beam. It's a perfect beam. Maybe you can adjust that a little bit, because it looked like it went down a tiny bit. Let's see. Let's try. You don't really need to, because that looked really good, and I want to let you guys know that sometimes if you shoot, you empty out a mag at 100 value, and it's good, don't adjust. Don't even touch it. But let's see one more time. Let's see where it goes. Nah, look at it. Honestly, that's a dot. That is a dot, guys. All right, so let's check that. Touchpad, options, loadout 1 secondary weapon, MP7, extended mags at 100 value. Look at that. We don't need to adjust. It's already perfect. But if we did need to adjust, you already know, same thing that we did with them with the M4A1. We would have to adjust, reload the loadie, and test again. And that's it. Let's go back to the loadout primary weapon, M4A1, at a 125. See? Then circle. When it says save, make sure you press X on save. Press the whole touchpad. Press the whole L2. Go down. Load it. And then you're good to go. That's it. Simple. Press triangle when you swap. Let's see right here. This is from 18, but let's see. See? That's it. Simple. Simple, guys. Look at that. Simple. And if you're not satisfied with that, that's perfect. But if you're not satisfied, you can always adjust. I told you the way you go about adjusting again, touchpad options, make sure loadout 1, make sure you press X on 481. And bring it up if you want to bring it up, bring it down if you want to bring it down. Again, increasing the number, it's going to bring the recoil down. Decreasing the number, it's going to bring the recoil up. All right? So 125 is what I got for the M4A1. Circle save, and you're good to go. Again, you can always manual swap by holding down on the touchpad and pressing circle for secondary, right? Triangle for primary, right? And if you want to cancel, or I should say, if you want to disable weapon profiles, like let's say for like a moment, let's say we first drop into Caldera or Rebirth, and you want to pick up like a random weapon off the ground, just to pause, just to put a pause. I like to say it, just pause the weapon profiles. Just press the whole touchpad, press square. You see it says disabled? There's nothing showing there. You're good to go. Now you got the regular recoil of the weapon, you see? There's no anti-recoil whatsoever. You still got all the other mods, slide, cancel, yada yada, and stuff like that. But it just cancels out the weapon profiles, which means regular recoil of the weapons, right? Pretty much like shooting at 100 value, right? And there you go. When you want to go about going back, touchpad triangle for primary, circle for secondary. And it's that simple. It's that simple, guys. And then you would just rinse and repeat for your second loadout, your third loadout, fourth, fifth, sixth, order. You can fill them all up if you wish, and you're good to go. Now, later on down the line, if things change and you notice that you're starting to get recoil, remember, maybe there was a change. Maybe there was an update. Maybe there was a nerf. The weapon got nerfed. The recoil of that weapon got changed. You don't know. Then you will have to wait to Collector Minds updates those weapon profiles and those game packs, all right? All right, guys. Boom. I'm in a new game. Got my strike pack. Now, as soon as you plug her in, the eyes should be white. Press and hold the small left, black button, back strike pack, then press the right paddle. The eyes should be blue now. They should be blinking white and blue. First LED light is my Warzone game pack. At this point, normally what I like to do, if I could, I would press options and hover over loadouts if I have that option. If not, it doesn't really matter. Once you get so familiar with the strike pack, you're gonna already know what to do. All right, so start from the very first top loadout. Press and hold touchpad. Same thing like on the Zen, but it's a bit different. Instead of L2, we're gonna press L1. So press and hold touchpad. Press and hold L1. Let them both go. The control's vibrating. At this point, you can navigate down to select your loadout, whichever one. In my case, I don't. I'm gonna just press X because it's the first loadout I want. M4A1 with the MP7. Now I'm good to go. Now just pay attention to the LED light on the controller. When I press triangle, weapon swap. The light is red now, indicating secondary. Press it again, primary. Same thing like on the Zen. I can press the whole touchpad and just press circle for my secondary. Or if I want to disable the web profile mods, just press square, and that's it. And the light should be like a pinkish, right? That's it. And then go back, touchpad and triangle, back to my primary. Same thing. From a 20, when ADS empty out a mag. But first, let me run in here and make sure I don't get kicked. I'll just like grab something, whatever. All right, cool. No, give me that back. All right, cool. Now, go back to a 20, go back to the wall. Whatever. They're gonna kill me. But I'm not paying attention. ADS and just empty out the mag. See where the recoil goes. Okay, it looks like right off the rip at 100 value, it looks a lot better than it did on the Zen, but it still goes up, right? No problem. Let's bring her down. The way you go about bringing the recoil down, adjusting the recoil with the strike pack is L2, R2, down or up. Up on the D-pad is going to bring the recoil up. Down is going to bring the recoil down, right? So L2, R2, down D-pad, let go of R2. Once you feel that first vibrate, then you could just start, bring the gun up, bring the gun down. Let's bring the gun down at this point. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I press it 7 times down. Reload, always reload. All right, once you let them go, you're going to feel hard vibrate, all right? Meaning that the strike pack updated the value. ADS, empty out the mag. That's it. Beam. Simple. Simple. Done. Done with M4A1. Now, if you press triangle, make sure the LED light is red, picking up your secondary. Now, since this is a SMG, again, I like to test from a 15. ADS, and let's see if with the strike pack we need to adjust. Leaving at 100 on the Zen was perfectly fine. Let's see. It looks like that's kind of the same case here, but on the strike pack, it went down a little more. So we got to bring her up a little bit, maybe by 2. So ADS, shoot up, and then up one more time. Let it go. Reload. All right, ADS, and shoot. Empty out the whole mag. Let's see. A little more. Let's say I go 2 more times. I'm taking it slow because there's not too much recoil, right? See? All right, see, get more ammo. Let's see. Make sure nobody comes. Let's move over here. Let's move over here. 15. All right, now let's test right here. Boom. Done. Look at that. Holy crap. Look at that. Done. That's it. Done. Now set them off. Now what would you do? You will back out. Normally this is what I do. I back out because I want to know what values I got for both of the weapons. So this is the only downside about the strike pack when having mod pass. You will have to unplug the strike pack, right, from your console, plug it back into the PC. Now I will reopen Mod Central. Let's get into the game pack. Go into Warzone. Now, like I said, this is the only downside about the strike pack because you got to do this every time you're like getting values and stuff like that. So let's go to the loadout. You can see right here, loadout 1, loadout 2. As you can see, it's still at 100 value because it's not going to change here. All right, we have to physically, all right, the long way, pause. We got to do it ourselves here. But how do we know what value it's at? Right here, I passed it. So you can see, class 1 primary weapon, these are the weapon profiles. As you can see, the MP7 and the F4A1 went here with the updated value. 120 we got for the F4A1 and a 90 we got for the MP7. So we'll bring them down here. All right, 120, boom. And what was it? A 90, right? A 90 for the MP7. All right, so 90. Then at this point, what I like to do is, you don't have to, because it's going to reset anyway every time you go to adjust a new weapon. But I like to do it anyway, just to clear my train of thought. Refresh this, regular fire, 100 value. All right, boom. Regular fire, 100 value. And that's it. We're done. We're done with the loadouts, and we're done with the strike pack finding values. That's how to go about getting values, adjusting, and all that stuff with the strike pack and the Zen. The Zen, you don't really need to replug it back into the PC because everything is done on the LED screen. Like I showed you guys, you would just have to reload your second loadout, you know, put your weapons there and just adjust like that. All right, it's simple. Everything's done on the LED screen. All right. But let me bring you guys real quick back to the strike pack on the LED screen because I want to show you guys how to go about switching out weapons with your loadies. All right, you guys. So now I do apologize for this. I got the Zen all zoomed in your face and stuff, but I want to make sure you guys can clearly see this. All right. So you see right there, COD Warzone primary weapon F4A1. I showed you guys how to go about switching loadouts. So press and hold touchpad, press and hold L2, and then here you go. The active loadout pretty much just shows you what's your current primary, secondary, and your current loadout. Press down on the D-pad. See, comes to loadout 1, 2, 3. Now you can see loadout 2 already says AS Val, extended mags, and bullfrog. I put that there. Let me show you guys how I went about doing that. You press the whole touchpad, press options, and navigate with L1 and R1. See? So loadout 1 was already done. See, we did the primary, we did secondary. Now loadout 2. See, loadout 2 primary, AS Val. Here you would just navigate up and down with the D-pad. So let's say you want to change it. Let's say you're trying to find values for like let's say the bar, you press X on it. Here, same thing like I showed you before. Here you could adjust it, press circle, make sure that's on the bar. Now press R1 to see a secondary. Loadout 2 secondary, let's say bullfrog. If you press X on it, same thing. You could adjust the value, the anti-recoil value. Press circle. Once you get to this, make sure you press X on save. Press X on save, your settings are saved. Now if you press and hold touchpad and press hold L2, here you just navigate down to custom loadout 2 and then press X on it. Boom. And there you go. Now you're using your second loadout. Bar, if you press triangle, you got bullfrog. Press triangle again, it goes back to the bar. See? Simple. Then boom, go back to custom loadout 1. And that's how you go about doing everything right straight from the Zen. You don't ever got to plug back into the PC. But the strike pack, unfortunately, you do because we ain't got no LED screen on the strike pack. You know? All right, this video helped you out. You guys already know what to do. Let me know in the comment section down below, you know, what's going on, if this video helped you out, or if you have any other issues. And as always, till next time.